And welcome. This is Exel, your OESL playoffs caster. That's right, I'm coming back from Season 4 to hop right in and cast the Season 6 playoffs. This is the first casting practice I'm going to be doing for the OESL tournament. I'm just going to post it online for you all. I've been doing a lot of mixed martial arts and UFC recently, trying to mix it up a little bit, but my first love, what I've been casting for 3-4 years now, is League of Legends. And here, this is a special game for you. This is Game 3 of the LPL final between JDG, who is a fairly new team, was just new in 2019 last year, and they did fairly well. And then now, in just their second season, being able to make it to the finals of the LPL. And a brand new team of Top Esports, who were not playing very well, but a late acquisition of Jackie Love from Invictus Gaming has made this team all the way to the finals. They're looking amazing, and they're up here against the overwhelming favorites, JDG, who took out FPX in the semifinals. That's right. Former world champions, FPX, they took them out 3-0. Bye-bye, Doinby. You're going to have to try again in next split over in the summer because JDG was able to clean sweep you, and now they're not going to be able to do the same, but a lot of analysts picked JDG to win 3-0 against Top Esports here, and as you can see, that's already being thrown to a loop. We've already seen in this series Baron throws, unaccounted for team fights, just raw aggression and proactive plays, and definitely a coach's nightmare. And this is just what we love the LPL for, because they just only know 2 letters in the English alphabet, and that is G-O, go. It's just go, 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 go. But here we have the top matchup. Definitely going to be deciding how this top lane and how this split push is going to be going. Both champions are looking to take advantage, whereas Regnecton has a little bit of that early pressure towards Jace, has a little bit more of that early kill potential, but Jace having that little bit of range and has a little bit better scaling towards the end of the game. So we're going to have to see how that top matchup works between 369 and Zoom. Zoom was voted the #1 top laner in the All-Star team. So this newer player, not a lot of people know who he is, has smashed out all the top Chinese top laners, possibly the best in the world. There's a really good argument. Best in the world top laners, and Zoom has shown that he stands above them. One of the only top laners in the LPL to play Ornn. That's right. People don't like playing tanks in the LPL. He plays tanks. He plays carries. He can play it all. That's why he's the best. And here you're seeing Kanavi challenging for that scuttle, but Karsa is being able to take that out quickly, and Kanavi sees that the red buff was not taken, so he knows he has a free go at this. But as you can see, the lanes are already starting to fall back from Top Esports. They're going to have the early numbers advantage here, and the knock-up with the cast being able to do some early damage onto Kanavi. Let's see if Karsa is going to be able to pick it up. He's going to have some help from 369. He's going to need some help. 369 missing that, and this is going to turn against him. JDG being able to take the first blood. It's Zoom, who I was just talking about, being able to take the first blood in this game 3. And here we go. The split push, top lane. Regnecton has first blood, and this is everything he needs. This is everything this team needs to be able to take an early lead here into this game 3. Wow, so much to talk about in this series. I don't even know where to start. Already crazy action here at 4 minutes. First blood for the top laner. Jungle invade, going for the red steel. Karsa, who you've seen in so many worlds. Yes, right, he's on Top Esports now with Jackie Love and with Knight, arguably this best 1-2-3 combo in the world. Karsa, who's won 4 LMS finals, who's won 2 LPL finals, who's been at so many world championships, one of my favorite junglers for the longest time, back when he was representing the LMS. They were known as the Korea Killers. That's right, the KK, the Korea Killers. Karsa, with his buddies over in the Flash Wolves, being able to take them out continually. Knight, if you haven't seen Knight yet, I implore you, go look at some replays. Bring it up on YouTube. Type Knight, type LOL, and you're going to see arguably one of the best top laners in the world. If it wasn't for Faker having the split that he had this 2020 spring season, which, by the way, if you haven't seen any of SKT, watch them. Watch them this season. Watch them in spring. I'm not going to ruin it for you. Just watch them. They look amazing. But here, once again, a fight on the other side of the jungle. Karsa's being invaded again. Kanavi just goes left, right, center. He takes the buff. He takes the kill. Wow. This is a crazy, crazy turn of events. This is both jungles invaded by the 6-minute mark and already 2-0. And here with the 1-0 lead, you can see the XP advantage here. Level 6 versus level 5. It doesn't look like he's going to dive, but takes the flash off of 369, and this is what first blood gets you when you have a lane dominant champion like Renekton, being able to pop that Dominus, getting that first and rushing right in there, getting the damage advantage right away. 369 knew that he was not going to win that trade, backs out of it, and he's going to live to fight another day. Now, he does have the phase rush, as you can see. So once you hit with 3 autos or special attacks, you get a speed bonus. This has been a very pivotal ruin for a lot of champions, including Trundle. Some people like picking it on Trundle. Here, going with the press the attack is Kanavi, just going for a little bit of that extra damage. But whenever you need that extra movement, that phase rush is often a good way to go. And this is 3-0. Are we looking at a stomp here? This is 2,000 gold lead, 3-0. You got 3 of the carries here. Trundle, Renekton, and Misfortune all with a kill early. And this looks like a stomp so far for JDG. Top Esport is going to have to recover, but here we're going to see the damage of Aphelios and the CC of Braum being able to combo, and they keep targeting Lamau, but not being able to take him out. Loken being able to pick up that kill on the bot side. And when you try to kill the cat, well, the cat's got 9 lives. Can't always kill him. Nope. And there Kanavi deciding he had enough counter jungling for now. Going to go ahead and take his own buff. So as we're seeing, the game just slows down for a brief moment, which is so rare in the LPL. As it's been said, you know, so much action, so many skirmishes and fights. Also a much more player-driven organization than any of the other leagues. The star players really call the shots. Coaches are more like facilitators. They don't really tell the players what to do. They just give suggestions. The players are the ones who make the final calls here in this region. You have players dictating what trades are going to be done that have the owner's ear more so than the head coach. The head coach position really doesn't have a lot of power in this region, and it's really a region of stars. And who's been a star so far this season, this whole JDG team, really have just looked so much better than anyone else in the league. TES are really just trying to catch up to the lead JDG had set. But with the acquisition of Jackie Love, that has proven to be that last piece in the puzzle for this team. Now they have chances to dominate on all sides of the map. They have carry potential everywhere, and you have arguably the most experienced veteran jungle in the entire world in Karsa heading up this team. And when he's not on his perennial Lee Sin pick, arguably the best Lee Sin in the world at the moment, not necessarily for the mechanics, but just being in the right place at the right time, knowing where to be in for positioning. Karsa, very, very well known for that pick, but showing he can do it in other picks is Gragas. There, as you can see in the top lane, you saw that Jace has already lost that top turret to the Rift Herald. He's already down a kill. He's down CS, he's down item. So what he did was he froze those last 3 caster minions. He let them attack him for about 5 or 10 seconds so that he could set up a freeze by his tower to get a little bit of safe farm. He knows he needs to catch up. He's got the cull, and this is where LS, Last Shadow, if you haven't seen him, really, really strong analyst that a lot of the pros go to. I believe that I heard a rumor that TSM has picked him up for an analyst spot. I haven't verified that rumor yet, so it's not for sure. But former LCK caster, former LCK coach of BBQ Olivers. I'm never sure whether they say barbecue Olivers or BBQ. I know they say it on broadcast as BBQ, but I always want to just say barbecue. I don't know, just me. But LS has been a constant purveyor of the freeze strategy. So where in certain situations, like you see, and I'm pointing this out because this is exactly that situation here with 369 and Jace when you're behind and you have a scaling champion, you have a call, and pushing out could mean your first death and really in a position to get snowballed. A freeze there, make sure to tell your team, look, I can't roam. I'm not going to be able to challenge for this Rift Herald, or I'm not going to be able to help in mid lane. Just give me a couple minutes. I need to get some farm. I need to get an item. And there you can see he's still up there right at his tower. I know the camera is flashing all back and forth about this point, but hey, we're doing OESL practice here, Ontario Esports League, me, Rav Exel, wanting to do a little bit of casting practice. And this is what I'm pointing out. As you can tell, I watch LS. I really like LS. You know, he's a very divisive figure. He's very opinionated. But here, once again, the jungle invades are starting. Kanavi getting onto Karsa, and he's just like a bad date who just won't go away. He keeps buying you drinks. He keeps trying to keep the conversation going, but all you want to do is go, but he just won't shut up. Well, there you go, just like Kanavi. Just won't take a hint. Keeps invading. Get out of my space. Come on. I've been in so many finals. That was Karsa. Anyways, back to the bot lane where we're seeing not a lot going on, but when you're going to see a Braum against a Yuumi matchup, you're never really going to see a whole lot between those two. There's not a lot of interaction. You have a healing speed up champion in Yuumi, and then you have a defensive stalwart and tank and CC bot in Braum. So really, unless you're going to get some junglers involved, it's rare you're going to see a kill. I know we've already seen a kill so far in that 2v2, but it's unlikely that's going to happen more. But here, Zoom stalking his prey in 369. He's got the dominance going, but seeing that Karsa is going to be up there, it's a heavy disadvantage for Zoom. And there, he's going to shoot the flash up, but he might be just delaying the inevitable. But with Knight TPing to the top, they did not like this 3v2 was JDG, especially with Zoom in the top lane already being so disheveled in the health bar, and Knight is just going to trade some farm with Yagao here in the top lane. And I haven't really got a chance to speak too much about this mid matchup, but how this is played in the 2020 spring season is predominantly a farm matchup, where generally Azir is able to get some early pushing power against Corki until Corki's able to get his level 6. So that he could have a little bit of that extra pushing power with his abilities, because you don't want to be using your machine gun, your E on the wave. It just uses too much mana, and you want to save that for more kill pressure. Again, if you're just pushing it in to go back to base, you absolutely can use that machine gun to push the wave, but you just generally don't want to do it wave after wave. You're only going to get 2 waves in, you're going to be no mana left. Second dragon going over for TES. So this game has completely flipped around. This has been how this whole series has been going. So if you want to watch a back and forth series, this is definitely a great one to watch. We are on game 3, but guys, if you want to watch, the first 2 games were really swingy like this as well. You had JDG going up for a very early gold lead. They got up 3-0. They invaded both buffs, and they were able to get first tower here in top lane. So they were in extremely strong position, about 3k gold lead up, but TES has fought back. They've staunched the bleeding. They've let 369 get some farm up in top. As you can see, he's already almost got his cull finished and was able to complete that Yomu. So look at how he is right now compared to how it was 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago, all he had was a couple of item pieces and was way behind. Now that 1 level difference is not so bad. But here, going in, it's a full 4-man gank here from TES. They're going to go hard. Karsa missing the pass, but being able to get the body slam onto the 2 down below, going ahead and activating the stopwatch to get out of there. And this is a full 5-man, but wait, JDG is pushing here in mid with the Rift Herald that they were able to trade back, and they're going to be able to get a little bit more from this because they've got this Rift Herald pushing. This is a complete trade of sides, and you have to wonder why Zoom was teleporting down towards the bot side. He was teleporting into 5 members. That's right. You know, you sometimes hear your team talking about, oh man, you went into 5, and really there's 3 or 4 members. No, Zoom and Renekton legit teleported into 5 members, and here we're going to see it. We're going to see how this play starts off with the shield smash here from Braum being able to get the CC up, but the double body slam from Karsa really guarantees that play. And then, yeah, okay, so Karsa was stopwatched. So he was there physically, so he wasn't able to attack Zoom coming in, but his body was there. Zoom was teleporting to a 5-man, and we saw the result, instant deletion, and not only that, but the trading mid-turret as well. So now, 3-3. Gold lead has shrunk just a little bit. JDG being able to push back in that mid lane. Losing the Renekton is not going to hurt them too much. An alternate play would have been to teleport to that mid lane as Renekton, and you could have put some pressure onto that base turret, and that would have really caused Top Esports to be very mindful of staying bottom. They would have had to switch up and go mid, but here Top Esports is going to look to try to get out. Pillar did get the slow on 369, but not able to do anything meaningful. JDG is going to get a little bit of free farm here on the bottom. Loken not only going to take up this farm, but going to get that solo gold for the turret as well. She's most likely on her 2nd item right now. We're going to have to see how those gold figures are looking. Yeah, so Essence Reaver for Misfortune. So she did pick up some of that solo gold and that tower. Does not have enough gold yet to finish that 2nd item, but will most likely be able to build a component or 2, picking up this dirty farm here in the jungle on the bot side. And this gold lead that JDG got very early in the game, at about the 6-minute mark, they have not been able to increase. They've kept it about the same, and this you got to handle to Top Esports. They got a lot of pressure put on them early, and they've handled it admirably. 3rd dragon coming up, Cloud Dragon. That's right, it is going to be a Cloud Soul. So JDG has been known to give up the first 2 dragons and get gold leads elsewhere on the map. Focus the Rift Herald early, at least for the first 2 dragons, and then on the 3rd dragon, they fight for it. They continually fight for that 3rd dragon, no matter what the map state, as long as they're not caught out or anything like that. And that's been their strategy so far, and that's been winning them games here. And again, arguably the most competitive region in the entire world. We've got so many more teams here in China, so many more players. It's so difficult to win a championship here in the LPL. And just look at who these teams in the finals are. We don't have any RNG. There's no EDG. There's no FPX, former world champions. They were knocked out in the semifinals by JDG 3-0. Many people don't know who these teams are, but you know some of the players. You know Karsa, you know Knight, you know Jackie Love. Who are the rest of these guys? Well, welcome. This is why I'm showing these teams at the top of the world here playing, again, not the best tactics, but if you're looking for the best skirmishers in the world, look no further. Here we go. Knight and Jackie Love are going to show how it's done. Karsa with the old man beard, with Gragas being a very apt champion for him to play. We are seeing him in early Worlds final, well, in Worlds. And at the 20-minute mark, Baron is about to spawn. In this series, we've seen before, we've seen early Baron takes. Both positioning for it. Don't see this in the other regions where teams completely stop what they're doing at the 20-minute mark and then go towards the Baron. It's very rare you see that in other regions where teams will just immediately focus Baron right at the 20-minute mark. And it's not like one of these teams has an enormous lead where they have a massive gold and level advantage where you can take that Baron out early. You have the map pressure. The other team is scared to come up. It's a 3-3 game. There's traded dragons back and forth. This is a lot of game left, and this Baron is being the focal point here. Zoom going to push on the bot lane. Still working to complete that second item. He's got his Black Cleaver built. Okay, he's going for the Hydra next. Gonna do the old Titanic Hydra. So he gets that push. And now with 369 having to match that, Renekton knows that he has a little bit of an early timing advantage. And just going to put a little bit of vision down. Just puts the single ward. Is going to head back down to the wave. It's just kind of a constant seesawing between how waves get pushed and then when you can rotate. And all you players in the Plat Plush division, you know this. Like, this is standard League of Legends stuff. But when you're seeing it on the map, you just want to kind of highlight, okay, what's happening? This is the kind of back and forth that's going. And you're seeing these top laners both jostling for position here on the bot lane, with the rest of the team, the other four, are pushing the other two waves and then fighting for vision around this Baron pit. You can see that constant gold lead here for JDG, but at the 15-minute mark, TES was able to grab it right back to even it up. But JDG starts to slightly increase it. When you're looking for scaling between these, neither team are scaling like enormously well. And Yagao just immediately sees the TP there and just gets out. They know the package is in. Knight is looking to make a play here. Knight is stalking. This is a super important part of Corki's kit that you really don't see utilized well at low elo. And you really get to see the masterful play of these players. Now you have Corki, a poking champion who also has a tremendous all-in. So here we're seeing the flank on the left-hand side. Watch Knight very carefully here. The team knows he's there, but they don't want to give up this turret here. They know he can go in, but Knight being very patient, poking, getting Yagao, stopping that back. Getting a little bit of damage where he can. Phosphorus Bomb goes out. Goes ahead. I believe he stops the back once again of Yagao. Yeah, he stops the back. Yagao still has to head back. And Knight goes ahead and uses the package to get back into lane. Clears the wave out. And they're just going to rotate back into their jungle and set up some resets. They have the Dragon coming up in 35 seconds. Baron still up. You're having JDG ping the Baron here at the 24-minute mark. With the map state like as it is, you would normally see a dragon fight here in this scenario. You have the scuttle up, and both teams realize it's a close game. A soul could turn it. The individual dragon's not going to do too much, but both teams, okay, they're going towards the dragon here. The Baron is lit up like a Christmas tree on both sides, whereas JDG able to get the scuttle for that early utility and vision control here around the dragon. And excuse the replay here, just a little bit of slowdown, too much craziness, too much hype. Knight goes ahead and takes away that blue buff. Gonna make sure there's no problems here for the ranged mage in the mid lane. And both teams 5v5. They're both positioning for it. Looks like Kanavi wants to go in, but with this dragon reset, he doesn't want to get caught in the pit. Karsa's going to poke it out, bring the dragon out towards his team. This is so that they get the dragon over to where their players are. And 369 putting a flank up there on the top side. And JDG realizes that they could lose the game if they lose a team fight here and pull off and They are going to live to fight another day. The turret goes up from Azir here in the mid lane, just looking to establish a little bit of control, and a very well-placed turret because, again, you're now fighting for the Baron. And if you have a turret here in the middle of the map, but here Kanavi is going in, and let me just finish my point, but if you have this turret doing damage to the enemy team, Pillar goes out, they could look for a team fight here. Wee getting damaged, but that's not who you want to be going on. The Braum is not the champion you want to be trying to poke out. He just barely gets out. But once again, this turret is starting to count down here from Azir, but they have control of this mid side of the map is JDG, and they could look for a reset, and they absolutely are going to refresh the wards. Misfortune going to grab a little bit more farm. She's got her Infinity Edge finished. With that Vampiric Scepter, you would think a Bloodthirster would be the third item. Just give her a little bit more survivability. Be able to charge up that shield. And then when you get into that team fight, you get a few hundred extra points that you can tank. And sometimes that's all the difference. They're sending Renekton to the bot lane. TP are up. Very uniquely, if you see on top esports, they have 3 teleports. That's right, Jackie Love on Aphelios took teleport. JDG once again controlling the river. Knight looks like he's opted in for this 1v1, and you got to be really confident to be able to go against the Renekton like this. Renekton jumps in, but then using the jump away is Corki, but Kanavi's in a lot of trouble. This is a big advantage here for top esports, but Zoom's coming in. He gets the early teleport off. The Misfortune bullet time being able to be disrupted, and JDG is able to take control here. They're able to get a 2-0 on the team fight, and they're going for 3. They have Barrett up. They're able to get the 2. Carson's in a lot of trouble here. This could be a 3-0 for JDG. This completely changes the game. Wide open. And the perfect pillar. The PP. He is the PP. Wow. Trundle PPing Gragas right up against the wall. And if you want to learn how to PP, folks, look at Kanavi. He shows you how to PP, guys. This is something you wish that your dad always wished you show you how to do, how to PP and not leave any mess. There you see, no mess. Gragas goes down and being able to take it out. But what's Knight doing? He goes right through the pit. He flashes over the pit. What is he doing? This is the plate of God here. He's able to do it. Knight, Jockey Love, the duo, the double 80 carries, being able to do it. Knight goes right through the team, right through the Baron pit, flashes over. This is the play of the year. Jockey Love being able to get the ult that heals him continually, lands the damage, just doesn't die. Every shot does a bar of health. Every shot has a bar of health down for JDG, and top esport completely changes. Guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at Knight. He's absolutely insane. No one else is around in his team. He does the damage. He lands it. He sees Zoom is weak. He just lands the big shot right there. Gets the ground damage here. It looks like a rumble ult, but it's not. And then here, Jackie Love being able to knock out the rest of the team as Knight weakened them all up, folks. What a turn of events. Top esports getting the Baron fight, getting the Baron. And this is an entirely different game. This is the favorites, JDG. They're down in Dragons. They 3-0'd FPX. They had more members at the Baron first. They had vision. They had river control, and they lost it. TES Knight. It was all about Knight there. This is why so much excitement. No one else is making that play in the world. I guarantee you, no one else is making that play. Watch this man. Child prodigy coming out of China. He was 15-year-old playing in a basement. That's right, a real basement. Hitting Challenger. His roommates being the more successful between them, already landing pro teams, but Knight knew he was good. People kept telling the members around the team that this kid is here to stay. And with the Baron minions already charged up, the exploding cast being able to get the knockback, and TES is going to make this elementary as in the school that's not going to be happening this year. That's right, this is the pandemic of top esports being able to go for a second game here against JDG. They could be the wall beaters here. This new team, nobody thought they would do anything, but with Jackie Love, they're being able to get the love of the world, and here for the second game over JDG. Unbelievable. And there the smiles coming out. They know they're on the cusp of arguably the most prestigious championship in the entire world in esports. Top esports. Wow, who do you pick as a player of the series here? Did you pick Knight? Did you pick Jackie Love? I gotta have to go Knight. I'm gonna say they go Knight. I really hope they show the graphic first. He was 0-0-3 to start this game off. He got himself his items. He's got his second item without dying. He got his Trinity Force. He was able to get his Mana Immune, and the play of the year. The plane into Baron, being able to flash out. And these are some new casters here. One of them was on a recent interview with Thorin, and I believe it was Monty as well, just recently, talking about the LPL region. And the guy is a former coach and decided he wanted to leave coaching. He's already done everything he can with coaching and wanted to get into casting for a new challenge. And definitely, if you're interested in the LPL, go check out this Thorin interview. Thorin LPL. They talk about the finals. They talk about the region. Go check it out. And wow, what a game! And what a practice. Thank you guys for joining. If you wanted to see how I go ahead and practice, I pick a really strong game, a game that I know that is going to deliver, and wow, it delivered. And I just try to roll with it, try to pick out things in the game that I find interesting, and then I'm going to review it later and see where I kind of stumbled, where I hit the mark, and then where can I can improve. So there you go. Leave a like or a comment if you want. But you're going to see me at the OESL Ontario Esports League Season 6 playoffs happening soon. I myself, Exel, the LPL Grand Finals.